Hey everyone, Dillahan here with a new tip of the week, and today I want to talk about using Deffkoptas in the mid to late game as a kind of a harassment force because they're relatively cheap, especially at Escalation Phase 3 when you could build them for half price. What you could do, you get 3 or 4 of these guys, and they make for really excellent gen bashers, and they're also just really good against most units because they are vehicle armor. It makes them really good against a lot of infantry units. Not they're kind of unit that kind of only works though when you have a couple of them. You just got one, it's not gonna have huge impact. But the benefit of them is they're really quick and they have a really large fog of war radius. You can see how much vision that I have here, just on these. I think it's just from the Deffkopters here. I can actually see onto the high ground here. And then what you do is while you're attacking, you initiate attack with your force here. You use like a WOG. You get your Deffkopters in the WOG, and with WOG they move so fast. And they do 50 DPS, which is pretty significant. They could be anywhere on the map. So you can see here, this attack's going on down here. These Deffkopters are up here harassing this. And then eventually, in the next engagement, we can actually see them just adding in a couple more Deffkopters, I think, at this point. Yeah, a couple more being built here. So once you get like a critical mass of about 3 or 4 of them, they become really, really deadly with WOG, especially because they're so mobile. Like you see, once they get this WOG bonus, they can move out. They're really quick. They just get across this map in no time. And like attacks like this, where it's just a solo elite unit, they're really good at just chasing down elite units because elite units nothing can really outrun Deffkopters, which especially with WOG. I believe they're actually the fastest unit in the game with that. Vipers, I think, are the fastest base unit. So perhaps with the doctrine, where Vipers move faster when their shield is destroyed, they might move a little bit quicker. But otherwise, the potency of Deffkopters is similar to land speeders in that their movement lets them chase down a lot of units. So in this situation, you got these Stricken Scorpions overextended and just Brennan and Gretchen so they can't escape. Although obviously not microing this very much because there's busy fighting up here. So let's say everything with the Deffkopters is just use them as like a little force you use in the background to kind of attack, move them towards stuff, and they'll do some damage for you. And this pairs really well with Wazmaka's presence, where they become scrap turrets if they die, so they end up doing even more harassment if they do happen to die. But you can just see how quickly they're going to take a one-time speed. You can see how quickly these generators go down. This is basically indefensible. It goes even quicker with WOG, of course, but with like 3, 3 I think is the sweet spot, maybe 4. Obviously that's not the cheapest thing in the world, but I think it pays for itself pretty quick. They don't have to do a ton of damage to really get the value out of them. And you see, while like his army's committed to a fight up here, these guys can just mop up all the generators, no problemo. And even if he has listening posts, granted, I think without WOG, listening posts might be a little bit of trouble, but with WOG, or the Slice 'em Doctrine, you can just kill the listening posts and kill the generators. And there's not a lot of units that can actually counter them. Even like Shadow Spectres can't really catch Deffkopters because of the disparity in movement speed. So the only thing that you have to really worry about is Vipers or Land Speeders with melting guns. Everything else can't really catch you unless you walk into a Wraith Guard or something that just does so much damage in a burst. But just using these guys to constantly move around the map is really a potent mid to late game strategy as orcs to kind of bolster your regular army pushes. Anyway, that's this week's tip of the week. Thank you for watching.